welcome to Hidden in Universal Vault. I'm Ryan, your host, and I thought we'd go ahead and take a look at the next movie of this week. And this is the last week of November that I'm going to be covering some movies for this. So, yeah. So anyways, we're going to take a look at another film. This time released as recent as 2021. And that movie stars Lady Gaga, Adam Driver, Jared Leto, Jeremy Irons, and Al Pacino, alongside Salma Hayek. And yeah, alongside Salma Hayek, we're taking a look at House of Gucci. Yes, we are entering the House of Gucci. And I kind of wish I didn't step into this house because this movie isn't good. Yeah, this movie just... Let me explain this again. Now, I have covered a Ridley Scott movie previously, Hannibal, and I thought that movie wasn't very good as well, from 2001. So I thought I'd go ahead and take a look at this movie. It was done by MGM alongside Universal and Braun Productions. Yes, Braun. What a disappointment this was. But yeah, House of Gucci, I'm going to talk about this. Basically, this is inspired by true source. It's not all 100% true. It focused on the family Gucci, the family of the Guccis. Basically, Lady Gaga, she marries Adam Driver, who is, I forget which Gucci he plays. All these are Guccis. So we got Adam Driver, and we got Jeremy Irons, who plays his father in it. Al Pacino, who plays his uncle, and Jared Leto, who plays the brother of that. Now, I gotta tell you, the makeup on Jared Leto looks phenomenal. That is Jared Leto without the makeup. I gotta tell you, it is a heck of a great job. So, makeup was really good on this. So let's get the only positive out of the way. Let me see if I can move that. There we go. Let's get the only positive with this film. The soundtrack is great. Cinematography is great. Usually all the technicals is really good. So basically, let's actually talk about the film some more. So basically, she marries into a Gucci. They have a kid named Alexandria, who's their daughter. Basically, they're trying to form this company of clothing line. The movie starts in 1978, and it works its way into the 1980s. I think 85 is where they focus this movie so much. Sorry about that, guys. Throat's a little dry. So basically, he's sworn into that, and basically Pacino plays the one brother. No, the uncle. I'm sorry. Basically, it's based on this. Basically, I don't know how to explain. The movie is way super confusing, but yeah, I don't like Lady Gaga. I don't think she's that great of an actress. I don't think she's that great of a singer. But that's more my opinion. So, basically, he starts a fashion empire. Basically, he comes up with doing fashion shows for the company of Gucci. And she super gets jealous over that. And it gets crazy near the end. Basically have them get in trouble. Pacino gets arrested. His character, I'm not even going to mention her names because it's super confusing. Pacino gets arrested for money embezzlement. Jared Leto's character gets a warrant from the officer for a cease and desist. They're trying to find Adam Driver, who he might even get in trouble. So the whole entire Gucci family is in hot water, basically. So he flees on motorcycle, but eventually it's dropped and he continued doing fashion. So, midway through the film, Lady Gaga meets up with a tarot reader played by Salma Hayek. Yeah, I forgot to mention, Salma Hayek was probably the best part about this movie. I thought she did a fantastic job. Then there's a scene where they're at the mud bath, but he falls in love, and she's sitting there like all depressed, stressed, gonna hire, basically she hires these people, these two men, are what they call a murder for hire. So she hires them. She basically is in the bathtub, so she submerges underwater for about 2 minutes, and then she comes back up, and then has the biggest plan. So she calls those guys to go after him, and eventually it ends in 1995. So we get into the 90s, and I hate to say this, but Adam Driver looks terrible with old makeup. But yeah. Jeremy Irons, like I said, played the dad. He passed on earlier in the film, so that's not really a spoiler. But yeah, and it's really, 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 really crazy, if I can say. It's too bad. I was hoping, because I'm a big Pacino fan. Al Pacino is one of my favorite actors of all time. But you think somebody like Adam Driver, this is actually the second movie Adam Driver I've covered on the channel. I previously covered Black K Klansman. I'm just going to call it Black K Klansman, not Black Klansman. It's Black K Klansman. I think I mentioned that video, so go watch that if you want a better Adam Driver performance. The problem with this movie is it's just, the biggest problem again, and this is going to Ridley Scott, pacing. I shouldn't have to sit there bored. Pick up the steam. That's the problem I have with Hannibal. Pacing. Gladiator. Pacing. When I expect someone like Ridley Scott, I was expecting good pacing, keep you glued, and not boring. This movie is just super boring. If you don't know the whole story of Gucci, read it up online. It's a very heartbreaking story. Essentially, the end, nobody wins. It's a nobody wins deal. So, essentially, that's what it is. So, yeah, I can't really say, yeah. What a disappointment. Again, like I said, this also has Jack Hudson as well. So, yeah, I'm not even going to pronounce Lady Gaga's character's name. But, yeah, she gets into the Gucci family. It's just not very good. It's like, I don't know what happened. This is Braun Productions. I have never watched a bad Braun production film. Long and behold, the final product. So we got ourselves a shit plot, shit story, shit script. The only thing that's worth getting, if I use mild language, I do apologize. But I have to bring up about this. I have to bring this up so much that it just borderline brought my pee to a boil. I was sitting there bored. And the most part, it's just, let's take a look at the cover art before I get really angry at this film. I don't think I ever watched a film that this angry in my entire life. The special features aren't very good. You got the rise of the House of Gucci, making of The Lady in the House, and styling House of Gucci. As a matter of fact, before I go with the final verdict, this movie was one of the nominees for the Road to 200. I put this in for the voting for Review 200. I'm glad this didn't win, because this movie is just dumpster fire from start to finish. Aside from the makeup, the soundtrack, and locations, this movie is actually, I want to say this movie was shot in Italy. Either that or a representation of Italy, I guess. If you want to really put it that way. So, yeah, I don't know what happened when they made this movie. I saw the trailer in theaters during the James Bond film No Time to Die, and I thought this looked really good. But the trailer didn't sell me on it anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. So there's no disc art, none of that, so I'm not gonna show you the disc. Let's get this over with before I get even more angry at the film. Final verdict, should you see the house, should you see not the House of Gucci, House of Gucci? No freaking way. This movie is going on the worst list. I cannot baffle myself to see this film. Do not stay far away from House of Gucci. If you want to see it, go for it. But don't take my word for it because of how bad this movie is. What happened? The problem again, Lady Gaga cannot act. She cannot sing as well. I'm sorry. Any Lady Gaga fans, I'm sorry. She's just terrible. Just terrible. I thought she would be this up-and-coming actress. Well, it's not that bad, but she is bad. We'll just put it that way. She's not bad. She's not that bad. She's just not that good. If I have to sit through another Ridley Scott film that he's going to make for the studio, I have really no time. I don't think I'm going to sit through his recent film, Napoleon, which he's got a new movie, Napoleon, and I'm not suffering through another Ridley Scott film. I saw Prometheus in theaters and I snored for the whole way. I suffered for that movie. I was hoping to give this man a chance, but I just couldn't see. Heck, that's also another thing whenever I cover an Eli Roth film, House of the Clock in His Walls. I love that movie. And I don't even like Eli Roth as a director. Ridley Scott, to be honest, if this movie was entertaining, not kept me bored, and some of the acting's okay, I think, like I said, if you want a better Adam Driver film, stick with Black K Klansman. You'll have a better time with that movie than to sit through this train wreck. I also have another movie he's in, Where the Dead Don't Die. I think it's what it's called. I have that one, and I am going to cover that one on the channel soon, so that one, I'm hoping that one's at least better. But in terms of this, stay far away from House of Gucci. Far, far away. If you have the most likely interest in this just because you're fascinated with Gucci, and honestly, I never really heard of Gucci until I really watched this film. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, so that's my review of House of Gucci. Sorry this turned into a rant video, but I did what I could in this film. I gave it my best review, even though I almost slept through this. Probably because I might have been too tired, but the movie just made me bored. I just kept looking at my phone. What a disappointment to what would have been just an okay film. It would have been good if the acting was good. You could have gave it to a better director, and it would have turned out better. You could have cast somebody else instead of Lady Gaga, and the movie would be a lot better. Why is my question. So, I'm going to cut it short. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out all my other reviews. There's some goods and bads, but don't forget to stop by the channel. But before I go ahead and head out, I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I don't think I'm going to post up a video on Thanksgiving, but I kind of wanted to bring that up and just wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys eat a lot there. Some of you guys might watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I'll keep you posted if I do decide to watch that. But until then, hopefully you guys did some Black Friday shopping and picked up some good stuff. Especially if you picked up a lot of Universal titles for Black Friday. So I'm gonna stop right there. And as always, guys, keep watching those Universal movies. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.